We had to let him go because he wouldn't go up to the podium when we'd all go to a restaurant together. That was the reaction a band gave me recently when I asked if they were still with their same manager. And they said, well, this is kind of an analogy for how he conducted business, but it's also literal. When we would go to a restaurant and the host would be at the podium stand, he would always make one of us go up and do the talking. Now keep in mind, this is a do-it-yourself road warrior band. They are not above actually going up to a host and discussing reservations. They can do that, and they're not above that. But they really just didn't like their manager was unwilling or maybe unable to sort of take initiative in a situation. And they felt like that this real-life restaurant example was a good example of how he kind of conducted business through their career. And I got thinking about it, and it makes sense. When I take one of my acts to a restaurant, for example, I'm always the first one to the podium. I'm discussing whether or not we have a reservation. Hey, we have a party of 7, but 2 aren't here, and we'll be talking business, so is there somewhere quiet in the back available? And could we have a table rather than a booth? And then I typically go so far as to ask the person's name behind the podium and really introduce myself and get to know them. And this carries over into every aspect of the way I conduct business in the music business. I'm not afraid to take the lead in talking to the person at the metaphorical podium. So when you are looking for leaders on your team, be sure to find someone that's not afraid to take the lead with that person at the podium. I hope that helps.